Let's jump right into this explainer, because we're about to completely shatter everything you thought you knew about our primitive ancestors. Seriously, if your mental image of early humans is just, simple, shivering creatures barely clinging to life in the snow, well, get ready to have your mind absolutely blown. Today, we're unpacking the brilliant, highly sophisticated survival methods ancient humans actually used to conquer the absolute brutal nightmare of the Ice Age. To kick things off, I want you to ask yourself a super quick question. What's your thermostat set to right now? Right this exact second. Is it 68? Maybe a nice toasty 72? You probably said it once, walked away, and completely forgot about it, right? But think about this. For over 300,000 years, literally every single one of your ancestors faced a brutal, unforgiving winter without that luxury. And remember, we don't have thick fur, we don't have layers of blubber. They had absolutely zero margin for error. Just compare that cozy 70-degree living room of yours to the lethal negative 40-degree reality of the Eurasian steppe. We are not talking about a chilly walk from your front door to your car. We're talking about a deep, relentless freeze where exposed skin starts dying in minutes. It's the kind of environment where the air is so incredibly cold that just taking a breath physically hurts your lungs, and the wind literally hunts you down. Honestly, without serious preparation, a modern human dropped into this wouldn't even make it to sunrise. Which brings us to section 1, the caveman myth busted. So we all know the classic pop culture image, right? The shivering cavemen desperately hunched around this tiny flickering fire. Well, archaeology completely 100% destroys that myth. The truth is, they mostly didn't even live in caves. Actually, scratch that. They weren't just living anywhere. They were incredibly sophisticated survival engineers. They fundamentally constructed and manipulated their environments to keep death out. They weren't just surviving, they were actively engineering their way out of the cold. Let me give you an example. About 800,000 years ago, at a site called Castro in Russia, researchers uncovered massive circular excavated depressions. We're talking up to 8 feet deep and 12 feet across. Our ancestors dug these out deliberately with primitive tools. Why? Because they possess the sheer ingenuity to figure out that if you go 6 to 8 feet underground, the Earth's temperature stays 20 to 30 degrees warmer than the freezing air up top. So they didn't just cower from the cold, they actively dug below it to harness the Earth's natural thermal protection. Talk about a game changer. Moving into section 2, Paleolithic thermal engineering. What's truly fascinating here is the deliberate 3-tier system they used for winter shelters, dating back 26,000 years at Dolny Vestinice. Check this out. They engineered a precise inner layer of animal hide and fur, facing inward to aggressively trap body heat. Then, a middle layer packed with dried grass and moss to actively wick away moisture. And finally, an outer layer